Hi everyone. So, I think that's it. Just, okay, there we go. Get rid of that out of there. Anyway, good morning, or afternoon, I should say. It is Sunday afternoon, all day long. And make my Facebook page public. That way, you guys can all find me if you choose to, or if your field is open to it. Anyway, let's. I had a sound bath this morning. It was absolutely incredible. Started a little late, but we got there, and yeah, it was a good one. I think I'm gonna be doing more sound baths, maybe once a month or something like that. Yeah. For those who have not met me before, my name is Ernestine Day, and I am the Soulful Guitarist, and I channel energy from source through me, through my guitar, without using words. This is also, for those who are familiar with this is light language. Yeah. So, turn on my little Zoom recorder there. Oops. Okay, let's see where we go. Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is for you guys. Hi. See my beautiful sister Louise is here. Wonderful to see you here today, my beautiful sister. And I've got my other sister Jennifer. I'm not sure who else is here. And let's just see where we go. Here we go. Wow. What I find absolutely amazing, and they were just reminding me that when I recorded this, I went in a recording studio in 2022, and I recorded that. 2022? Yeah. And it's interesting because it's like, it's the exact same song, but the thing is, we're always shifting. We're always evolving. And it's like trying to go back and capture that feeling we had here and trying to recreate that you can't, you know. And for me is to be in the moment and just allow the energy to flow whatever way it wants to be flowed through in this moment. Because all we have is this very, very single moment. And my music has taught me so much about being present. Because, you know, I remember what it felt like when I did it that way. But it's like trying to duplicate that. You can't. It's a momentary thing. It's like anything in life. And that's why, you know, I feel anyway that we need to be careful and not get ourselves trapped in what was instead of what is, because all we have is this very single moment. At this very single moment, at this time, that's it. You know, an hour ago, it's done and gone. You're very welcome, Jennifer. Yeah, I did the sound bath a couple hours ago, and it was magical. That's all I got to say. Even despite me showing up late, it's like these energies. Yeah, I'm, you know, I'm so grateful for you guys who've been around me for a while. So you know, I'm very punctual, very everything. You know, I do my best, and the sound bath was supposed to start at 10 this morning. I had my alarm set for 9. That I have to live my life by alarms because otherwise it's gone. And so last night I made sure that my alarm was set for 9 o'clock, 9:05, 9:10, 9:30, 9:40, 9:50. Right, about the sound bath start at 10. And I woke up at 10, like 1 minute to 10. And I went, what? So I grabbed my phone, and my alarms are going off, but I couldn't hear them. It was bizarre. And so I scurried out of bed, threw on some clothes, and got online here, and we're just very present. And yeah, it was beautiful. I was getting guidance even during the sound bath this morning, is that to give everybody an opportunity to experience the sound bath, I may do a special sound bath right on here on Facebook and YouTube, to give people an opportunity. I know I have to do some investigating how to create an event on YouTube. I know it's possible. And I'm going to try to go in other places at the same time. See what happens. So just to do a special one online to give people an opportunity, because a lot of people do not understand what a sound bath is, and the best way I know how to describe a sound bath. My sound baths are like 60 to 90 minutes. And that means nobody's talking, no nothing, and it's not even guided. And what you do is you set your own intentions of what you want out of the sound bath. And you want to find a quiet place in your home and put on earbuds and, you know, or headphones, whatever, because that's where you just stay present within yourself. That's what I find when I wear earbuds or headphones. And you just, for me, it's about breathing and breathing into the heart and taking 3 deep breaths into that and be with that and just breathe. And even if you come out of it, that's okay. Just go back in again. And it's like 60 to 90 minutes. I think it was, what, 3 songs or 3? Yeah, 3 songs I think I did this morning, or 4. It might have been 4. And it's just this incredible energy. The first one was just amazing. And It's a time to just be quiet, be present with yourself, and go within. And there's no right, there's no wrong way. Just be with yourself. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do that. As I mentioned, I got guidance this morning during my sound bath to maybe do a public one to give you guys an opportunity. I'll have to see. I'll see if I can set that up. So, on that note, I need to go. And I thank you very much for being here an hour later. Thanks, Jen, for hanging out. See, we had a couple new people. Annabelle, thank you, sister. And Sam. Yeah. And my beautiful sister, Louise. Met her years ago. We almost physically met in 2020, late 2023. Almost. She just didn't quite make it, but that's okay. I know that we're going to connect when it's time. Yeah, I got a feeling exactly that's about that character. I'm not going to use that word. It's not to put down or anything else. It's just a character. And it leaves it open for me, and I'm going to go check it out and find out. And might have to block him. I must say that, like, I don't beat around the bush now. When I see somebody, like, you guys notice, like, I don't talk about politics stuff. Though people take what I say is about politics, it's not. I'm trying to keep the energy, keep that stuff out of here. What I do. It exists, it's going on, I know it's going on, but I don't want to bring that energy into my space. And, you know, so it's, you know, it's going to be, I'm just going to say this very quickly and to the point, and I'm not asking for people to pick and choose and all this stuff, but the one thing I do know, and there's been clear signs, very, very clear signs. There's a re-emergence of the Nazi regime that's happening, the mentality. And if you really listen clearly with an open heart and open mind, and you'll see the signs. There's hundreds of signs, and they even held, when Trump had his final big thing before the elections, that was done in a facility that hosted a Nazi convention, you could call it. I'm not sure what the word is, but, you know, at this incredible Coliseum in 1934, something like that, whatever the year was. And it's interesting how Trump went back to that spot. And, you know, don't believe what people tell you. Watch them. Like I said, with open mind and an open heart. And, you know, I'm scared for my friends and family down in the States. I'm not in the States, but what happens there affects me. I'm a Canadian. And it affects me, it affects us here, it affects, you know, I'm not one that can say, well, I've had one person says, you're not American. I never claimed to be American, but I fucking care. I care. Jen, are you saying that's the first time you ever heard about the Nazi part of what's going on? Do I understand that correctly? The energy is off, definitely. Yeah, there's, we can, the one thing is us, every person needs to take responsibility for themselves. Okay, I thought that's what you meant. When I say this, you know, we all know about the Holocaust. There are people that think that every Jewish person deserved what they got, and also the gay people, which is me, because I'm gay. Millions of Jewish and gay people were murdered, experimented on, everything. And there's an arrogance. We all know we want change. We need a change. Oh yeah, they've already, like, when I say this is, I don't take what somebody else says as that's the truth. I go within and figure it out for myself. And I'm only speaking from what I have witnessed for myself with my own eyes, my own ears, and my own thoughts, not based on somebody else. And it feels, it just, when I say this, there's I think he's a governor the other day, and I can't remember what the town or the state that he runs, but he spoke of his community and what happened years ago. And because with the Holocaust and everything, that their town brought in a lot of Jewish people, survivors from the Holocaust. And the community opened arms and brought them in. And they learned a lot. And these little groups, because we're all trying to find where we belong. I understand that. But when it comes to hating another person because of the color of their skin or the nationality or their race, their gender, like, no. They've already dismantled women's rights of having the freedom to choose. It's like that old mentality, a man's mentality, and I'm not saying this is all men by no means. I'm just saying that there's that old mentality, I'm better than you are. And if you really watch Trump, he has that mentality. He has discriminated against people. It's very well known, and that, he hires contractors to build whatever, and then he'll weasel them down. They already made a bid, and he weasels them down, else he's not going to pay them. And it's like, how would he like that done to him? He wouldn't at all. He'd be just pissed. But it's okay for him to do it, and that's a double standard. And it's like, no, what's for one, for all. And it's like, he's just, I remember when he was first running in the 2016 election. 16? Yeah, he come out in 2016. And he had a rally, and he mocked this disabled reporter right on stage. It's like giving people permission to be rude, disrespectful. What kind of human being would do that? Think about that. What kind of human, a sensible human, and I'm using the word sensible, meaning if you have a heart, you would never do that to another person. I'm not saying he doesn't have a heart. That is not what I'm saying. And I also have, people that are very gifted in many ways. And I know there's another part of what's on the angelic realm, shall we say, that's going on. I get that part as well. But what's going on has nothing to do with that. That's how I feel. And the only people that can stop this, which I'm very proud of my American friends and everybody down in the States for standing up. If you're going to sit on the sidelines and, don't do anything when there's an opportunity to do something, then that's on you. But I do feel that the people in the States are finally getting it, even though they voted because of what he said. And that's the scary part. Because right now we're all going, what is the fucking truth? What is the truth? The sad truth and reality is, I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. And because he's rich, doesn't make him better than we are. Elon, same thing. Right? I know Elon is artistic. I get that. So he doesn't have the sensories that I do, or most of us have. I get that. But it's just, yeah, it's, yeah. Thank you, Jen. Yeah. It's just, because I feel there's no need for it. We are human. And the things I've been coming to understand more about myself. Yep, exactly, Jen. Wrong is wrong, and it's not acceptable. And I'm watching these Republican Senate and Congress people standing and saying nothing. And I'm talking about the Republicans. How dare you? Don't forget, that's the people who voted you in. The same thing they voted Trump in. That means you could be voted out because of you condoning what he's doing, because you're not standing up for your people. I'm just appalled. And it speaks volumes to these people, not me personally, and not necessarily you guys. This is about people who are standing by. Got somebody here who's, I think don't know what language, I think it's French. I'll have to read it in a bit. But it's, I know that Germany just actually, it's funny, Germany, this person's first name is German something. And Germany just had an election. And of all the countries, the German people know what happened. And they don't want that to happen again. But there's this ugliness that's coming up and feeding all words, all talk, but no actions. And that's where we have to use our discernment, go within and figure out, okay, something doesn't fit here. You don't need to understand what it is, because God gave us the greatest gift, an ability that every single human being has. It's called instincts, intuition. That is our true guide. And I just want people to use their discernment and go within on everything that you're hearing. Trust yourself. Yeah, I know that. And it's like, for me, I don't give it any energy, right? I know it's like anybody who follows me on my Facebook page, like, I drop quite a few memes every day. And I've noticed in the past, especially in the past 3 weeks, I think it is now, you know, lots of activity prior to that. And about 3 weeks or so ago, it dropped. And I've been sitting at 164,000 followers for well over 3 weeks. Like they're suppressing my feed. But you guys can't get it. I have no control over that. And that's the thing. You know, I know a lot of people are leaving Facebook. I'm a little bit comfortable with Facebook. I will admit that. I have a difficult time with change. I will not deny that. I usually get there. And, you know, it's just crazy out there. That's all I'm going to say right now. I think I need to go be quiet. I want to thank everybody for being here now or later. Hugs and loves. And please don't believe what somebody says to you. Watch what they're doing. What is their true motive and intention? And right now they're trying to dismantle the government and even Trump has said this as early as yesterday, I think it was the latest time he's said this. He goes, I am the law. I am. He is. Not the Constitution, federal or your state. He is the law. He dictates to you guys. And I'm going to ask my friends in the States, you need to fight back. That's him. That's him. Governor Pritzker in Illinois, because I just talked about that very thing that he spoke about, because his speech, he wasn't beating around the bush, but he's not pointing the finger. He's just stating the facts. It was them that had this community. Oh, I never finished this part. What happened was, because as I mentioned, that they had the Holocaust survivors, a huge, I think it was 1 million or something that was in his community, and however many years ago, wasn't that many years ago, that this Nazi group was going to have something in their march or something in their town, and I think it was, I can't remember all the details, but the bottom line was this, is that the people spoke, and they end up doing it someplace else and not in that town, because the people in the town were very protective of the Holocaust survivors. And if you hear that, you know, this thing saying because you're certain race or whatever, that you're nothing, like, who in the fuck made you God? Like we you know, I don't talk politics very often, as you guys all know, because I think it's disgusting what's going on. But don't believe what they're telling you. Believe what you see with your own eyes. I even have an amazing friend of mine, incredible friend of mine, who believes that there was they didn't break into, January 6th never happened. Well, it happened, but not the way that the media is selling it to be. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, no, they opened the gates and invited them in. I said, no, they didn't. So wherever she's getting her source from, they're only taking clips out and pieces. It's not the whole thing. And it's like, for me, if I'm being guided and being pulled, drawn to watch a hearing, for example, which I watched Trump's hearing, I watched it. I saw and I heard from our own eyes. And, you know, it's very important for me that I keep my mind open, keep my mouth shut, and have my eyes wide open and seeing what is really going on, not what he tries to imply that he's doing. It's for, you guys voted me to do this. No, you guys didn't. That is not. You wanted to get the price of groceries down. He said he was going to do it in day one. Where is he? He's so focused on all this stuff, and this is what they just stated the other day, yesterday or the day before, he's gone golfing. He's only been in, 30 days, or not even 30 days yet, and he's gone golfing 10 times. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to go golfing, but my point is this. He's not worried about the people in the States. He's got all his puppets placed inside. That guy that, I think, I can't think of his name, who was a host on Fox, a weekend show. And there, he has, they showed this, because he has his shirt off, and you can see all his tattoos. And he has one of the original symbols of the Nazi regime tattooed. It's big, pretty big, tattooed on him. That's who he is. And like I said a bit ago about the Republicans that are in the Senate and Congress, I'm appalled with them. I'm totally appalled with them, standing by and not serving their people. Apparently, I don't know what state it is. They're the only state that has an odd election that's happening this year. And all the other states are next year. Right? So you got election coming up. But don't wait till then to change it. You need to change it now. You need to stand up, get hold of your representatives, Congress and the Senate, and harass the shit out of them, especially the Republican representatives who are not standing up, and they know damn well what's happening, and they choose to keep their mouth shut. It's like, look what they put through, for the CIA, FBI, and on. It's just like, holy shit. And that's where I hold these representatives in the government, the federal government, that are standing by and doing nothing. In other words, fuck all. It's like the people don't matter. It's like, I'm going, what hold does he have on them that they're bowing down to him and kissing his arse? What have they done to cower like that? If you've done something you shouldn't have done, he's holding that over you, speak publicly about it so he can't hold it over you. That's how you stop him. That's one way. What's going on, these guys are cowards. Just, it's raining out. I'm going, what's the noise? It's just, it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, they are. And that's where, for me, it's like I was mentioned before about this person who said, well, you're not American, so why are you worried about, well, what happens down there affects me. I'm a Canadian. And like these tariffs, like, what the fuck? And I think a lot of Americans are not realizing how much resources that Canada shares with them. And I'm talking about our lumber is one, our electricity is another, right? There's different cities that have our electricity. It's an agreement we have. We work with you. It's I know I started to talk about this a bit ago about Germany just had an election, and I think from what I gathered that what's his face who endorsed the vice president who endorsed this red wing in the Germany thing was running, and it's like, don't go down the road with them. Don't listen to what they say. It's what they do. Use your eyes, see. Right? And it's like responsibility. Here's the thing. not all so-called journalists are truthful. They got their slant, their version, or whatever. But this one thing that I have sat here for the last couple of years, especially since COVID started, and really I'm hearing different things from different people. Oh, you know, all the news is full of lies. They're just lying to you. And I'm going, what? So I'm sitting there watching, and all different ones. And, you know, that's where, you know, I find what's going on is the truth. Kathy, this is not, this is just a rare moment in time. Yeah. Just where everything's at. But anyway, I need to go. Hugs and loves.